We've got to move on to Carlin, who again show that the Formula 3 and the Formula 2 outfits aren't exactly equal. Zach O'Sullivan, though, he had a pretty good year, I'd say, for the team, bringing generally most of the points for them. He brought 54 of their 57 for their seventh place in the championship. Brilliant Silverstone weekend with that. Well, I reckon one of the closest finishes we'll see this year when he was essentially drag racing over the finish line, barely on the track with another compatriot of his. And then Brad Benavides and Enzo Trulli. We're just talking about Montoya and how a driver with such a famous name can do so well, but Trulli didn't seem to echo that as we saw with Mr. Montoya. Carlin, unfulfilled potential as well, Josh, possibly? What's your thoughts on their 2022 for Formula 3?
Unfulfilled potential. I don't know. I think it's more just a case of you don't expect to see Carlin that low. Like, it's not a team that you would expect to see that low because, like, it is an established team, as are almost all of these teams, to be honest with you. Like, it's just, I think the thing to take out of this really is that if we're going to be brutally honest here for a moment, only one driver shone this year. Like Brad Benavides was okay. He had his moments, which was cool. Enzo was nowhere. Like that's, maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but at no point did I think Enzo was even close to Zach O'Sullivan. And Zach put in some really damn good performances, especially at Silverstone. It was a bit inconsistent. Not sure who you would put that down to, whether that was just him getting assimilated to the Formula 3 category, or if it's just the team as a whole sort of struggled this year. Probably is more that because they weren't anywhere. And I'm sure Trevor Carlin really liked that, but it's, still you can still make something out of what you've got. And Zach did that at various points this year, like
the Hungary race in particular was terrific. That when he went to dry tires.
Yes. So, irrespective really of how Benavides was relatively anonymous and how truly, he couldn't even make a Trulli train because there was no one behind him to hold up. It was, it was kind of.
What would his dad think? Eh? What was his dad think? Where's the Trulli train? Meant to be my son.
It's like qualify well, goddammit. Nah. So those two, I haven't got much to say, really, to be honest with you. Brad, I'm probably a bit more lenient on, but Zach definitely had a fantastic year, at least from what we've seen from him, but it is difficult, obviously, to walk into Formula 3 and immediately do well off the bat, especially if you're not with a Prema or a Trident, a team that can, prep you as well as they do, because obviously their niche, Prema and Trident, apart from, having a great array of engineers and prep and so forth, it's all about prepping their drivers for the weekend. So, it's why their rookies do extremely well. But yeah, still though, in a roundabout way, unfulfilled potential. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Still though, Zach did show what he's capable of, which was good, and it'll be interesting to see how he does next year. Hopefully in a team rather, that would probably give more of an edge than what Carlin has this year, or at least hopefully Carlin can actually sort of get their act together.
I will just point out when I was doing this, it shows you the amount of scripting and prep we went through, that Zach actually outscored Carlin on all of their F3 championships so far. They've just never really excelled at that level, and he actually scored more points than the entire team scored over the last few years.